Okay, I've set this up a little bit in advance, but we're going to solve cos of theta plus 70 equals a half. We solve it in the usual manner. Inverse cos of both sides gives us theta plus 70 equals 60, so theta must equal negative 10 degrees. And we're solving between negative 180 and positive 180. Now, we've seen before how you have to understand your y equals f of x transformations. That first line tells us that the usual cos curve has been shifted or translated 70 degrees to the left. And so when we come to draw the graph, then we get something that looks like this. I prepared it in advance because it's quite awkward to draw it, but you can see, I hope, that I've got the beginning of the cos curve, the point that is normally at 0, 1, I've got it at about negative 70, 1. The end of the cos curve, normally at 360, 1, I've got it at about 290, 1, and 90 degrees for each quadrant in between. So I've shifted the cos curve 70 degrees to the left. I've also shown a little bit extra of the curve because we need to understand what's happening between negative 180 and positive 180. Now, the curve apparently equals a half. So let's see what that looks like. There's the line showing a half. We've discovered that theta equals negative 10. That will be that result there. That's the negative 10. Now, we're going to have to use symmetry to judge the other value. We can see there is a line of symmetry. There is a line of symmetry there. That happens, that red line is at negative 70, and this gap will be the same as this gap. So this is between negative 70 and negative 10. That is a gap of 60 degrees. This will also be a gap of 60 degrees. From negative 70, 60 degrees to the left, that puts me at negative 130 degrees. There is another solution over here, but it's outside the limits. It's beyond the positive 180 degrees, so we don't want that one. There are only two solutions here. That negative 130 degree solution, that is the one that has had most work go into it, most likely to be wrong. So I go back to the opening line. Cos of negative 130 plus 70 should equal a half, and it does. And so I'm satisfied that it's right. The critical thing in this question is drawing a decent sketch, and it's quite awkward. You need to not plot it perfectly, but you would be well advised to mark on the negative 180, negative 90, 0, 90, 180, 270. Get those on the graph equally spaced first, so that when you come to draw the basic cosine curve, you can start it as near negative 70 as possible. And as it comes down and intersects the x-axis at positive 20, you can make that as accurate as possible. It takes a bit of practice. Just keep working at it.